So if the Sof Pasuk family is the most common trope family in the entire Torah, Haftorah, Megillat Esther, all the same, the Etnachta family is the second most common verse in the entire Torah, Haftorah, Megillat Esther, anything that's chanted, and both will happen once per verse. The Sof Pasuk family will happen at the end of the verse, and the Etnachta family will happen somewhere halfway through the verse. But they will always happen once. And sometimes there could be a verse without an Etnachta. That's why this is the second most common verse, or second most common family in the entire Torah. So, but there will usually be, or not there will usually, there will always be a Sof Pasuk family, but not always the case for Etnachta. And some of the tropes here are the same for Etnachta. Like I chanted for the Sof Pasuk, the Sof Pasuk video, the Mercha and the Tipecha, and nothing changes. It's Mercha, Tipecha, nothing changes. But these two at the end are different tropes. So we're going to teach you how to chant them right now. So I chanted these two already, a little bit of a refresher. Merecha, forward, looks like a comma. Tipecha is a backwards comma. Tipecha. Munach looks like a 90-degree angle, but without the square that indicates that it's 90 degrees. But it looks like a little L, like a 90-degree angle, like a square. Munach. And then you have the Etnachta that looks like a wishbone, like the wishbone that Snoopy and Woodstock are pulling in the Thanksgiving special, where they're pulling the wishbone, and Woodstock gets most of the wishbone and he goes flying. And that was a great episode in my childhood in a nutshell. But but it's a wishbone. Etnachta is a wishbone, and it sounds like this. Etnachta. So let's say the family together. Merecha, Tipecha, Munach, Etnachta. Let's say Munach 3 times. Munach, Munach, Munach. And pause the video to practice this yourself. I'll say Etnachta 3 times because this is a new trope. Etnachta, Etnachta, Etnachta. So this is the entire family, complete family. Mercha, Tipecha, Munach, Etnachta. There is nothing else to the Etnachta family. That is the complete family. But sometimes there could be a trope missing from that family. For instance, let's chant it without the comma or the mercha. Tipecha, Munach, Etnachta. And I will say this, I'll chant this with... an easy way to master these notes is to actually say your name while chanting it, so while trying to chant these notes as well. So I will do that right now. Akiva, Akiva, Akiva. And now that we left the Mercha out, let's read this Etnachta verse without the Munach. Same thing. Mercha, Tipecha, it remains the same. Mercha Tipecha Etnachta. Just no munach. That's it. Akiva, Akiva, Akiva. Now we're going to move on to a munach etnachta. We're missing the mercha and the tipacha from this, but it is completely possible to have a munach and etnachta together. Munach etnachta Akiva, Akiva. And you can pause the video at any time to practice these notes. And before we move on to just the etnachta by itself, there's also one trope that is not listed that I want to cover, or one trope family or sequence that is not listed I do want to cover, because sometimes a tipacha will actually happen before the etnachta. So let's just say, let's cut this mercha out right here and just focus on this tipacha etnachta right here. Tipacha etnachta Akiva, Akiva. And then the etnachta itself doesn't change. Etnachta, Etnachta Akiva. And unlike the Sopasuk family, where it changes as the Sopasuk family, when you're ending the Haftorah, the trope kind of changes. The Etnachta family will always stay the same. Nothing changes ever from the Etnachta family. And that's today's video. And hopefully you learned something, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, hit the bell, comment down below, support the channel. Shalom.